Versus Mark Morgan, Marth Sheik. Pretty interesting matchup, I would say. Marth can get out a lot of Sheik's, bread and butter combos.
Yeah.
I mean, she can just rack up percent, I would say, fairly quickly. Against, I'm tweaking on names. Marth. Big Mark. No, big
Marth Morgan.
But yeah, she can rack up really quick percent on Marth. But Marth can also return the favor, especially with a Dancing Blade. Downward Dancing Blade can rack up so much percent on Sheik. The 51 going unanswered right now.
It's just such a good move. Low-key, I find that getting hit by Dancing Blade more tilting than Cross Slash.
Because I feel like whenever I see Dancing Blade, I'm like, it should not deal this much percent. It's like a giant, sword versus like a little, almost like, what's it called?
Toothpick.
Yeah, toothpick. Yeah, right now, just, I would, even though we do see like percent, like, I would say a decent percent difference, but, Marth can bring this back really quickly. Especially just, leaving Big Mac off stage can be really good because Marth does have really good on-ledge tools to just keep him off.
Just really good ledge traps.
Yeah.
Almost.
Good DI. Big Mac's been really getting these reads today with the air dodges.
With Vanish.
Yeah, with Vanish reads. Just all the reads. Against Walrus, we saw him a lot of reads.
And Tipper almost killed. That was terrifying. Especially those kill corrects.
Fair not gonna get it.
Almost.
And again, Sheik is very, very hard to kill. Or not to kill, but hard for her to kill. I like this, just kind of
Almost had it, and
yep.
I like the little delay that he has with Dancing Blade to guarantee he gets the tipper.
I forgot when this was. I think this was last week, but Big Mac said that I will never spot dodge against Earl's Dancing Blade because he will hit you with something. I don't know what, but he'll hit you with something, and then you just get tilted. And as we thought, like he read the drop shield, and he just was able to go for it, and you're not able to do anything out of that.
I like the little roll read that Earl had, doing the first 2 hits of Dancing Blade and then pivoted back. Well, reactive pivot. Well, rather first drag, I should say.
That'd be it?
Almost. And good saving his jump. That would have been a dead mile if he didn't have his jump.
Ooh, trying to go for the nair, but then miss. But turn around jab. It's definitely a misinput. Fair.
Almost. Trying to read a jump.
Striking blows percent, but we remember what happened last, first off. Big Mac, had the pretty solid lead, and then I was able to bring it back. So if you're Big Mac, you gotta be very careful right now. Up here, you're gonna take it.
I saw that DI mix-up he had.
Yeah, straight up. It's hard to DI straight up sometimes. You're not expecting it. A lot of even Fox can hit straight up. Sheik right there, for example, can straight up, and it's really weird to DI because depending on the move, you do have to DI differently. Not all up airs are treated the same.
Yeah.
Lucina. And like I said, a lot of people do favor. Again, even as you said, on paper, Marth should be is a better character. Tipper just can end stocks super early, with no rage. But I mean, Lucina does have that consistency that people do favor, I would say, a bit more because if you can't get those early tipper kills, I mean, you have the wet noodle then, you know? You have the Holy Spirit of tippers, and then you have the wet noodle versus
no one likes a wet noodle.
Yeah, who likes wet noodles? I sure don't. I eat my noodles hard. I don't boil my pasta. But then you have Lucina's just always consistent or I should say knockback. There's no wet noodles there. Backer, fair. And we're seeing a really big different pace here, I would say. We have Earl in control of the early lead now. versus Big Mac way earlier. Nair, fair. It looked like he was trying to go for something, but he decided not to go for it. Which is one of the things about Sheik that you have to be really good about. You know, knowing when to, I guess, overextend versus not to. And I think he's just going for like a get up or something there. I don't know, but I think the wet noodle of that hitbox.
Yeah. And
They're gonna take it.
there's such a good ledge tool from Lucina. Even like fire on characters, except Robin. Robin sucks.
Says the Robin main. Vanish not gonna take it yet. Good
As
DI
a Robin main, I should know.
Yep, and that's so much quick percent just from one move. Well, multiple moves, but like one, you know.
Oh.
Ooh.
I'm not sure if that shield poke.
I think he might have shield dropped there. I'm not sure actually, but they both laughed about it, so all in good fun always.
Yeah, that friendly rivalry you mentioned earlier between those two. And
On the platform, oh, this is scary. Ooh, gonna push it back with the wind bounce there. Flying on platform, yeah.
so far, relatively even sense. Like I feel like between these two it's just a matter of like who's trapping each other more at ledge. Not giving him the air dodge.
Good weight there by Big Mac. He's going to grab. Good air dodge. And just keeping him off the ledge. That's really what you want to do right now, I think, is Big Mac. Fair.
And
Not going to take it yet.
almost. And
Oh, he didn't have a jump.
have a-
Yikes. No big deal, though. But, like, that's the thing, though. Like, you saw, like, there was such a big difference there between Earl's Marth and Sheik. You saw Earl taking, like, was just very commanding the whole game, I would say.
Yeah, and then with Lucina, he kept it really close.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So good stuff. I mean, just like that change too can also just mess with Big Mac because like when you're just facing a Marth, you do have to be more aware, like worried of like, okay, there's like true tipper things he can do to me. There's true this, that. But against Lucina, you have to be worried about, okay, like anything that hits me can kill me.
Yeah.
Whatever doesn't kill me makes you stronger, not me strong.
Shout out to Rage.
Yikes. Talking about the player, there's a player, shout out to Rage. He is actually a player currently in Chicago. He is 13 years old, has been playing since 2016, and this is his first offline tournament. And he's won a couple online tournaments actually, so quick shout out to him. Beat me today in bracket, so I hope he wins. I would say, yeah, but good stuff. And right now, like, super even, quick percent by, even like, what's it called? Dancing Blade can, people want to say Lightning Blade. I'm playing so much Naruto. So much Dancing Blade, yeah. I play, Kakashi, so that's why. But yeah, any, like, quick, you know, just fun thing as, Lucina can definitely just even up this percent. Ooh. Trying for a jab, force match with, like, I don't know if he was trying to read something from that, but going low. I feel it's a really good move, just to space out your opponent if they're not expecting it. And fair, not gonna take it yet.
Almost.
Yeah, you're close though. Close but no cigar. Back air. Or back throw.
Probably meant to be reverse it.
So something that a lot of
And
Ooh.
untech.
Something that a lot of Sheik mains do is actually, well, they'll do that because then they can get a quick reaction out of their opponent, which can make them mess up or just air dodge, and you can go off of that too. So it's kind of like a twofold thing. Like, yeah, you can try to go for bouncy fish needles, which is, you know, very dangerous in general, or you can kind of like mix them up a bit too. But even game now. I like platform waiting like that. You can kind of do two things. It can kind of reset yourself and reset your opponent. Because if Big Mac is like getting off of like a kind of like adrenaline from that first stock, he might just keep going and going. So to wait a little bit there is very good. Calm them down a bit so that way they're
Catch a breather.
Yeah, catch a breather for yourself too. So that way you're not maybe as flustered or something like that. So
Yeah.
that's like even waiting.
And
Oh, he got the
still made it.
magnet hands, man. Nair gonna take back at just knock him off stage. Ooh, what? Big Mac shaking his head right now.
Oh.
There's a little wind box that can pull you in, so you have to be careful and upwards.
Almost.
See, that's a DI mix-up right there. That's very smart. And forward. Backer might take it. Will take it definitely down the ledge. So again, problems. You're worried about consistency now because this was Marth. You know, you might have to worry about it, but not like as soon. But now you're definitely worried about it.
Yeah.
Up here, not gonna take it yet. Oh, trying to go for the second one. Fair. Good option coverage. Oh, I think he fast held that.
Showing fear. Oh no.
That is a very serious situation in general. You do have to just react to that. And if you're not ready for, I mean, they might could have like forward smash or something like that to just to catch him, which could have been the stock. You have to be very careful. And it is